I hope you didn't click on this video expecting anything like really spooky, because to be honest, 2020 is spooky enough on its own, if I do say so myself. Wouldn't you agree? Hey friend, I'm here. It is Halloween. You know, I'm just doing my little homebody thing, enjoying a nice little scary movie and some wine. And I just wanted to get in the spirit of Halloween in a different type of way. I'm going for a very smoky, dramatic look tonight, and I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. I'm kind of nervous about it, but we're here, and I always try out new things with you guys, so why not do this? I'm trying out a smoky eye for the first time, and I just wanted to start with building some of that color in my crease, as well as picking a very rosy and dramatic transition color to kind of match the decade that I'm going for. And if you're wondering, I picked it because I love the glamorous nature of that decade, the birth of jazz, poetry. It was just an all-around really iconic time for Black art in America and around the world. And it's just something that I've always wanted to do. If I could relive another decade, or if I could live in another decade safely, I would probably pick like the 1920s, 30s, or the 70s. I'd love to be a disco queen, but I didn't have the energy to be a disco queen today, so y'all gonna get what I got. So I'm just going through with this rosy color here and trying to build that color, patting it through. So I know you guys have been online throughout the day and you've been seeing some costumes. I've been seeing some costumes as well. I've seen some really cute dinosaurs, some really cute Spider-Mans, a few ghosts, maybe a zombie or two, and a lot of grown women dressed like Megan Thee Stallion, which is always a win in my book. So I've been enjoying some of the costumes that I've seen so far, but this is just one that I thought up a little while ago, and I just figured I wanted to feel glamorous for a night. I don't have anything crazy planned for the weekend, but it's still just something I wanted to do, just to kind of get into the spirit of the season in a different kind of way. So I know I'm probably going to wake up in the morning and see like a whole bunch of Halloween videos, but if you dressed as something tonight, I know there's a couple Halloween parties going on right now as we speak. So if you dressed up as a particular person or thing for the holiday, go ahead and let me know in the comments below what you dressed up as. So I'm probably going to go in next with this little smoky gray color right here. I want to make a transition into the darkness from the rosiness, just so it doesn't go, you know, straight up from rosy to just like straight up like black eyeshadow. Oh wait, I forgot my tape, because you know I get messy. So I'm back with some tape at the corners of my lids and my crease, only because while I'm still learning to apply my eyeshadow, I want to keep it from going everywhere across my face. So I use my smoky gray from my Nomad palette, but I kind of think I want to start defining my crease a little bit more beyond this gray. I might come back into that gray though, because I really like it so far. So I'm going to go in with the super dark brown shade in that same palette right in my crease right here. So I'm about to get into that in a little bit, but I just wanted to continue to build that crease up before I go into my black. So this is going to be my literal first time using black eyeshadow, so I'm gonna try to be as careful as possible with this, and I'm just gonna knock a little bit of that off. Ooh, Lord have mercy. And put it right in there. So I'm actually watching Devil All the Time on Netflix, and it just came out I think like a couple weeks ago, and I've heard nothing but pretty good things about it. It's a pretty star-studded cast, so I figured I would just check it out. But it really took me a long time to find something that just came out that I would actually want to watch right now for Halloween, or to start off my Halloween night. Only because, honestly, I'm not a big fan of modern horror films. I am more of a classic slasher film girl. Not necessarily like gory, but just classic 80s, 70s, maybe early 90s camp slasher films that I'm into. If you had to ask me like who my favorite villain was of all time, I'm going to tell you probably Michael Myers. And I put Freddy Krueger right up there with him. Jason, I know, is like a fan favorite, but I honestly really don't care much for him. And it kind of goes like this. Now, this is my opinion. This is just my opinion. But honestly, I don't like to see my villains run. A part of the reason that I really enjoy horror films, or one of my favorite things about horror films, is the mystique, the mystery. I don't just want to be scared. I want to be mystified. And one of my favorite things about, you know, someone like Michael Myers, or a villain like Michael Myers from Halloween, is you could be a Olympic racetrack runner, running at the speed of light as fast as you can. You could be driving in a sports car away from this man. And the only thing that you're going to see on the screen is him just walking behind you, taking his time. Now, there have been sequels of Halloween where like people are literally flying, driving, running away from Michael Myers. And you don't see him run. Like, he's chilling the entire time. He don't even say anything. Like, he's just walking at his own pace. And for some reason, somehow, some way, you get however many miles away from him, and you just turn around for 1 second and he's no longer behind you. And then you turn around again and boom, he's literally right there in front of you. How did he get there? We don't know, but that's why I like him. Freddy Krueger gets you in your dreams. Like, we all have to fall asleep sometime. You know what I mean? Jason runs and he breathes too hard. You can hear him coming, and I don't know, I just haven't been able to really like get into him. And don't get me wrong, I've seen just about almost every Friday the 13th film there is, and there's like 5 million of them. I've seen them because I still love the campiness of it. But other than that, when it comes to modern horror films, I feel like they upped the sex factor, and they upped the gore factor a little bit too much for my liking. And not that I'm like so appalled by those things, but I just feel like sometimes some directors get a little lazy with the storyline. I like a good storyline. Not only do I like good suspense, but I like a really good storyline in my horror film. But I do have a few modern favorites. I really do. If I'm talking about my classics, I'm going to pick The Omen. I'm going to pick Halloween. I'm going to pick Nightmare on Elm Street, straight up and down. If I had to go with like a 90s, early 2000s, Urban Legend is up there. Urban Legend is up there. It was unique. Like, it was a unique actual storyline. Yeah, it's campy too, but like, it's a serial killer going around killing people according to urban legends that people hear around campus. So that was pretty cool to me. So that was one of my few modern favorites. And Child's Play is entertaining. Now that I've darkened up my crease, I'm going to leave it alone for a little bit and get into this gorgeous blue in my Juvia's Place Afrique palette. And it is called Côte d'Ivoire. I looked up a couple of photos for inspiration, and a lot of them showed very heavy, smoky, gray, silver type eyeshadow for makeup back then in that era. But I just wanted to kind of liven it up and give you just a little jazz club singer vibe with my costume or my look. And I just want to lay this layer of blue down over my lid before I get into the boom boom. So far so good. I'm feeling it. But honestly, I mean, maybe let's see how 2021 goes. Maybe next year will be a little more fun and exciting, and maybe I'll get into something a little more horrific with my look. But tonight I just wanted to feel glamorous. But to be completely honest with you, I'm not in a really like party type of mood lately. So I'm not really like feeling the whole let's ignore the pandemic and enjoy the holiday type of vibe that's going on. Not that I'm judging anybody that's coping with it by partying. I'm really not. I really don't blame you at all. Shoot, I'd be right there with you if I could. So, I have two options here, and I haven't decided if I want to do just one of them or both of them. But one of them is from the Afrique palette, and it is the shimmery blue cotonou and a shimmery greenish blue, which is giving me like silverish vibes from my my Tribe palette, and they're both by Juvia's place. All right, so that's already packing my blue in a whole lot stronger than it was before without the gel. Ooh, okay. So that's what that blue looks like. And then I'm just gonna go into my lid with some of that Cuba. Now, this makeup is a little heavier than I would usually go for, but I figured it fit right in with the theme that I'm going for. So I like something a little bit subtle on my everyday look. But hey, it's Halloween. Go big or go home, you know? I'm not going to play too much in that, only because like I feel like I have enough drama. So I'm starting off with my Milk HydroGrip primer, which is something I've been really enjoying using because it gives you that hydro feel, but it literally does grip the makeup. And I know for the look that I'm going for tonight, I am going to have to pack on just a little bit more foundation than what I'm used to. So I think this will kind of help me hold on to those layers of foundation as well. Been using this for a while now, for about a month now, and I'm really in love with this. But I'm about to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way oil-free full coverage, medium to full coverage foundation in the color Chai. So I'm trying to build a little bit more of that drama with some highlight in my concealer. There we go. So I'm going in with something not too far from my shade. It actually is my powder shade, so it's not like the usual like banana powder that you would see. Only because, like I said, I'm learning how to bake and I don't want to go too crazy and like go off the reservation. So I'm going in with my Fenty Pro Filt'r setting powder in the color Hazelnut. All right, and I'm just kind of packing it in, because I know in the 1920s like it was straight powder. I don't know if they had liquid foundation back then. So if you look at a lot of the pictures from back then, it was like super powdery, and I can only imagine what it was like looking at those ladies up front, like close and up front in person. But I just kind of want to like replicate that look without looking too tacky at the same time as well. So here I am once again going in with my Black Radiance True Complexion Cream Contour Palette, and I'm just going to lay it on a little bit heavier than I usually would, just for the hell of it. So now I'm ready for my hair to complete this look, and I got it from none other than, you guessed it, Bobbi Boss. I feel like I've been doing nothing but Bobbi Boss videos, but on some real, like, they really are legit in terms of the construction of their synthetic wigs. I have to say that my favorite thing about this brand is it has the construction of a human hair wig, and that's what I'm really used to wearing. So it gives you that look on a budget without compromising the ability to part it in certain spaces. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and name this one Shirley or Geraldine. It's giving me lunch lady vibes, but you know what? The lace is real thin so far, and I just had to give it a little test drive with you guys before I actually go for a meltdown for my completion of my Halloween costume. Well, hi there. My name is Shirley. What's yours? If it wasn't obvious enough, I had so much fun bringing this character to life. I think kind of glamming up and getting dressed up kind of boosted my mood. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me transform just as much as I enjoy this transformation. If you want to see more like this, let me know in the comments below. And as always, friend, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.